We go back and it ain't good for me. What we doing this for? This is Theon. Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here in Jew. A very welcome, my friends, and especially my enemies. Come in, sit down, no touching. I don't do the touching. And welcome to tonight's Love Island reaction from me, Big Mouth. Mick, come in, sit down. So, let me see if I've got this straight. Joe and Lucy were a couple, but then Tommy broke up Joe and Lucy. But then Lucy decided she wanted to be with Joe, so she dumped poor old sappy Tommy. So Tommy was fucked. So Tommy went back to his second choice, who he claims is his 50-50, which was absolute bollocks. He was just desperate to pick someone up. But Amber is too smart. And Amber's hilarious. He keeps on asking me how I am. It's too deep. Just hilarious. And then you've got Joe saying to Lucy he doesn't trust her, and I can't kind of blame him. Then people start calling him manipulative. Alexandra Kane, who was in last year's episode, last year's series, going on that he's been manipulative. No, he's not. Hang on a minute. You've got Tommy basically floating from Lucy and Amber because he gets dumped by one, so he floats back to the other, and you're calling Joe manipulative. Fuck right off. So he's funny, but then fucking Amy gets involved and starts poking her orange, slagging off poor little Joe, and convinces Lucy to maybe give Tommy another chance. But then Lucy decides she can't decide right now and she needs space. But then now we're going to get another Islander, and she's a player. So I can't wait for her to come in. It was a nuts episode. It really was. I'm enjoying it. I don't think this year's Love Island cast are as interesting to me as last year's. I think this is why they're bringing someone in so early. But it was all about Lucy, Joe, and Tommy. I'm kind of surprised by Tommy. He is a bit of a sap, and he's playing all the lines, but I did think it was funny that he's telling someone that he didn't choose that they're not a second choice, and it was always 50-50. But earlier on, he's telling Lucy it was you. Oh, my heart goes all funny. My heart tickles when I talk to you. Oh my God, who taught him his lines? They're terrible. They really are. He's just full of so much shit. And as I say, totally hate Amy now. Why poke your nose in? And then you've got poor Anna and that other geezer all of a sudden falling out. I don't know how long poor Anna's going to survive in this. That's going to be interesting as well. But I think these couples are going to change around really, really quickly. I don't see the winners there at this moment. I suppose you could say if Lucy and Joe do this tug of war thing, maybe like us lot who are watching it might find that kind of interesting, the will they, won't they thing. So maybe they could win. But I think Tommy's full of shit. I thought that was ridiculous. How can you lot not see what he was doing? He'd just been dumped, so he just went to the next available girl. But the next available girl happens to be Amber, unfortunately for him. And she clearly saw right through it, and she's a hard girl to please. She really is. Even he admitted she's really hard working. It seems to me that Tommy doesn't like a challenge. Now, with me, when it comes to women, I like the women who maybe are not kind of all over me. It's a bit boring when they're all over you, isn't it? It really is. So I like a challenge, and I like Amber. Amber will be the kind of girl that I would be trying to spend time with, chatting, getting to know her. But the thing is with girls like Amber, you've got to play each kind of person to what they are as a person. So with Amber, you've got to keep it light, funny, just keep it all jokes, kind of thing. If you get too deep with some girls, they just get frightened. So the problem is with Tommy, it's all like, I love you. Oh, you are amazing. You are the girl of my dreams. And for me, it's so cringy. But then I think all these people this year are taking the game too seriously. You ain't going to survive. But Lucy is playing this perfectly because Lucy's playing both of them. She's got these two boys, right? She's got these two boys after them, as Amy said, right? And she's going to play. The problem is, if you leave it for too long, another girl comes in. Because what happens is when another girl comes in, the attention goes on to her. So tomorrow night, Lucy won't have all the attention. So it's going to be on a new girl. And I think if the new girl comes swooping in and takes Jo, for example, she's going to be stuck with Tommy. The problem is with Tommy, he's a bore. He's an absolute bore. I don't know how anyone can sit there and talk to that bloke. He has he's not interesting at all. But I think this year's cast are not. Last year they were all having jokes, weren't they? You had Josh, he was a right laugh, weren't they? You had Alex, he was desperate to find a girlfriend. Blimmin' hell, even Georgia still. I actually tweeted her and said, please come in and save us from this. Because right now, these are not exciting characters. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the drama of Lucy, Tommy and Jo. But they're not great Love Islanders. None of them are right now. And they need to improve. I think they're going to have to bring on quite a few new people. But let me know what you thought about tonight's episode. Do you agree with me? Do you think Jo's a drip? Do you think Tommy has got less punch than a lemon? Let me know, and I'll see you tomorrow night for another reaction.